Ang ating topic ay detailing naman ng arms, no? Hands. Ayan. So, yan yung ating pag-uusapan today. Okay, so let me just open my file. I'll go to desktop and there is my mesh file or my base mesh file. Pagka bukas ko niyan, of course, bubuksan ko yung aking pinaka-original file which is the base mesh. If you have been following our instructions, supposedly, meron akong base mesh. This is the original file. And then, yung aking susunod, level 1 is, of course, the pinaka-basic na base mesh. And then, the level 2 is the one with legs and foot or footwear. Okay? So, right now, at this stage, ang aking base mesh ay kahawig ng aking level 2 because that's where I have stopped modeling. Let me open it. Iyan, ano? So, eto siya right now. Ia-unhide ko lamang ang the rest of my backups or in-file backups. Makikita ninyo, the rest of my in-file backups, hindi kasama doon sa earlier recording natin. The rest of my in-file backups, they are, tawag dyan, they are already mirrored. Naka-mirror na sila, no? And also, at the same time, nilinis ko ang aking mga files. So that means, di ba, pagka tayo ay nag-duplicate special, may nag-a-appear na mga extra objects dito na mayroong arrow na red, white na background, something like that. Ang ginawa ko noon, I have already deleted my history, delete all by types history, kaya nabura ko na siya. And so, malinis na yung aking scene. Ito lamang ang laman ng aking outliner. Di ba? All of the updates or in-file backups that I have. And of course, my original base mesh. Now, my original base or original base mesh, it is optional class, no? If you have a mirror or a duplicate special applied on it. Optional yan. Because as we have done in the recent modeling procedures, no? Eventually, kapag nag-model tayo, binubura din natin yung other half for better viewing. Binubura din natin siya and then tsaka natin siya inaayos pagka natapos na tayong mag-model. Di ba? So that's our usual procedure. So now I'll just repeat that. I'll select all of this, Control H to hide my backups or in-file backup. Control H. Tapos nun, I'll focus on my half or original base mesh. Pagkatapos nito, I'll just double check kung nakikita pa ang aking mga references. Let's go to panels here, orthographic and back. Ayan, F, 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 ayan, or focus. Then, just turning this into see-through mode para kita ko siya. Okay. So ngayon, ang ating imo-model mainly ay ang braso or ang kanyang biceps. Ang kanyang whole arm and then the hands. Yan yung ating gagawin today. Okay? So without further ado, let us start. Now, clearly, wala akong reference class. I don't have a reference cell. Para sa arms sideward. Meron akong reference ng front at saka ng side. So, let me just search for a side view reference. For example, ako kasi in my case. Sa case ninyo, I think meron. No? Meron yung iba sa inyo. Now, if it just so happens na wala, I can search naman online. I can go here, I can hide. Teka, hide ko lang tong floating controls ko. And then, punta ako dito sa... So, I will just, para masaya, I'll get one of the references. For example, let's say ito, this guy. This guy here, ayan ano, this is a bit more proportion to my characters. Diba? Mas proportioned siya. So what I'll do is I'll just open this, open with, let's say, Photoshop. Yan ha. Makita nyo kung paano gumawa ng reference directly. Ayan. So what I'll do first is also open my reference. So let's go desktop, my base mesh folder. So base mesh folder, let's open that. Ayan siya. So this is parang 2.5 heads. Ang haba. So I can just copy this. Let's say I'll go for marquee selection. I'll get that half body or mainly just the arm. Transform selection via right click, transform selection. Where's that? Ayan. And then I'll just use shift to drag this. Copy. Go here. Paste. Ayun. It's most likely it will fit naman. Seems like so. Let's just open. File, open. Punta tayo dun sa side view reference. File, open. Punta ako dun sa isa pang side view reference. Oops, sorry. File, open. Punta ako dun sa ito. Yan. Control V. So, let's set it to multiply. Screen. Ito. Dark, multiply nga. Yan, ano? So, from here, yeah, I think okay naman siya. Proportionate. Oops. Tama naman itong reference na ito. Looking at it. Okay. So, I'll just press Control N. It is there. Control V. Yan na siya. Then, I'll just save it. Punta ako sa aking desktop. Base mesh. I'll save a copy. Ganyan na si Photoshop na yon. JPEG. So, lalagay ko human side or arm. Let's say arm. Arm side 01. Save that. Save. So, this means class, ano? This means, now I can close the rest or the whole Photoshop. This means class, whenever you are already having multiple, for example, you already have multiple image plane references, it's all right to still have another. Walang problema ron. So what I'll do next here is I'll just, again, go to create, and I'll create pre-image plane, there. And then go to its attributes, go to the folder, desktop, go back to my base mesh, arm side, open ulit. There it is. Looking through camera, pag pumunta ako sa side, ayun siya. Kita din siya sa side view. Okay, so with that, I'll just go to my rotate tool. And I'll turn on my steps or relative angles para dalawang clicks lang. 45, 90. Ayun siya. Now, syempre, sasabihin ninyo, Sir, I think it's going the wrong direction. Yeah, I do think so, that it is going the wrong direction. Let me just press R. Let me scale it first. Yeah. Let me go to Move Tool. Ayun, ano? Yan, it's going the wrong direction. So, I will do this. Habang nakaselect ako sa kanya, the image plane, I'll name it arm side. Okay. Now, the image plane, habang nakaselect ako sa kanya as an image object, I'll go here sa my channel box. And sa channel box ko, I will try and flip it along the x-axis by typing in negative. Ayun, sa x-axis niya. And now I can see it accordingly. Ayan. So far, eto siya. Side, saan na siya? Side R. So, eto, that's going to be it. Now, the location of it, let's say, eto, uusog kong ganyan. Ayan. Ayan, ano? So, sir, what are you doing actually? I am doing it like this. Nakikita niyo yon? As I push it forward, tignan ninyo class, as I push it forward, makikita ninyo, natatakpan yung mga extra polygons na nakikita ko. Ayan, yung mga extra lines na yan. Ito yung isang magandang feature ni Maya. Yun nga, yung overlapping views. For example, kita ko yung mga edges na yan, no? Pero, sa side view yun, I can see these edges, these vertices, polygons on the side view. Pero once I choose the arm image plane and drag it towards the arm, nakikita nyo the body itself natatakpan. That's one way of modeling this. That's one way. Another way of modeling this is I can create a duplicate. Pwede kong mag-create ng duplicate class. Okay? So, gawin natin. Pero before we do so, aatras ko muna ito. This is my side reference. I-atras ko muna siya. Doon muna siya. Sa side na yun. Tapos, let us now create a duplicate. Now, before I start doing the modeling, meron lang akong isang re-remind sa inyo or sabihin sa inyo. Wala akong gagawing bagong command. So far. Diba? Wala akong ginagawang bagong command. From the new reference up to the editing of the reference location and appearance in the image plane, so far, all of the commands that I am doing has already been discussed and recorded in our previous discussion. Okay, so this will be a smooth follow along. And also at the same time, right now then, siguro for the past half a month, no? 2 weeks or half a month of modeling, slowly nakaka-adapt na kayo doon sa mga commands na yan dahil paulit-ulit lang yan talaga. It's either you extrude or you subdivide. Extrude or you subdivide. Diba? Ganoon. So ngayon dito, ang gagawin kong now is I'll save my work and then kakailanganin ko class ng deboxification of course of the arms. Kasi nung nag-model detail tayo ng legs, of course, we needed the polygons. We needed the subdivisions. Ngayon, magmo-model detail tayo ng arm. Obviously, we will be needing still a new set of subdivisions. Even though, nadamay na natin siya on the initial subdivisions or connection noong legs. Di ba? Yung side connection na yan. Nadamay hanggang sa head. Okay. Yan. So ngayon, ang gagawin ko is dito naman. Nadamay, sir, ang side. Yung side na ito. So ngayon, dito. Wait lang ha. Let me pause the recording kasi lobat. Okay, so now, as I've said, mangangailangan tayo ng panibagong subdivision set. Pero, doon sa part na hindi nadamay, no, which is dito, obviously, nadamay siya sa side subdivision ng legs. So ngayon, we will be doing a subdivision on the front and back of the arm at saka for the shoulder subdivision. Okay? So, ganito gawin natin. First is, of course, I'll go to edges. I'll click one, hold shift, double click the next one. Ito yung ating multiple selection or tinatawag nating ring selection. Tapos nun, I will just go here sa aking connect and I'll keep the one segment connection and then I'll switch to the move tool. And ayan na siya, executed. I have that. Next thing, so in the front view ulit, this time across the chest up to the shoulder. Yun yung susunod. So I'll just go here again, select ko ito, holding shift, double clicking the next edge, umikot uli siya. I'll do a connect, W, and then that's there. Tapos nun, I'll go here. Pupunta ako ngayon dito sa aking vertex selection. Ako dyan. And then I'll start shaping up ito munang shoulder. Shoulder muna. So i-start ko na siyang i-shape up ng konti. Let me raise this. Ayan, para sa pits. Ayan. So shaping up the shoulder because now I have an extra edge or polygon to do so. And being careful with it. I'm doing the front view muna. The front view. Okay. So far, having that, let's have this. Taas ng konti. Oops. Taas ng konti. Select ng konti. Dito. Ayan. Ito. Yan, ano? So there we go for that. Next, syempre ngayon, pupunta muna tayo sa side view. Yan. Sa side view natin, meron tayong isang concern. So, ang concern ko sa side view, hindi muna kaagad itong arm view na ito. Hindi. Ang concern ko dyan is yung shoulder roundness natin. So, ang gawin natin ganito. I will select the arm side reference at pagkatapos, ilalayo ko muna siya really far away. Let's say sa perspective, ilalabas ko muna siya sa grid away like that. Para matatakpan siya ng side view ko. Diba? Yo. Pagka ngayon, after I have removed after I have pushed it back, no? So now I can only see this side view. Ngayon, with the side view being visible, the next thing that I will do here is this. Ang gagawin ko dito is, I will go here. Itong dalawa, sasabayin natin. There. Now, kukunin ko class itong vertex na ito. I'll turn on the vertex selection and I will select these vertices. Ito. The vertices that is forming the roundness of this arm. Yan. Ano-anong vertex ang concern dyan? Diba? And let's say sila yon. Ito. By the armpits and chest. Ayan sila. So what I will do is, select ko muna itong let's say nasa gitna. Yan. So na-select ko yan back to back. Front and back. At pagkatapos kong ma-select yun, I will press R. And then, i-scale ko siya. Ayun, oh. Ayun, nag-a-appear siya, oh. There it is. W, R, yan. Sunod uli. I'll select this time, ito naman. Ayan, yung nasa ibabaw na part. The top vertices. Gagawin ko, ganun uli. I'll press R and I'll scale it along the z-axis here. Pero class, meron tayong extra movement dito. I'll go to my W for move tool. And then, I am supposed to make this round. No, so ang gagawin ko first is titignan ko muna sa perspective. Ayan. Ayan silang tatlo. So ang gagawin ko, I'll push this down at the side view. At the side view, I'll push it down. Okay, ayun. It's now touching that round arc portion of the arm. Then ito nga yung nasa likod, it will just go down a little. No, the one at the back. And then this one at the front, it will now go down a little more. Ayan siya. So that's how the roundness of the shoulders are being formed. Sorry. Ate ilong ko. Next thing is, so nakuha ko na yung arc around that. No? Ngayon, ito naman sa may pits or sa may armpit niya, sa kilikili. Here, sa armpits, ito naman siya. So, what I'll do next is, again, I'll do a scale along the side view. I'll do a scale at the z-axis. Pero, sir, sobra. I cannot do it this way. No? Pero I'll try. I'll scale it a little smaller than the reference. Then I'll use my move tool and move it. Ganyan. Then now I can scale it back outwards. Yan. Okay. And then, last but not the least, I'll go here sa perspective and kukunin ko syempre yung ilalim or the bottom vertex, the bottom center vertex of the armpit. Yan, the bottom center vertex of the armpit. I'll go to my W for move tool and then I'll deselect. Ano yung shortcut to deselect? Meron mo dyan? Nakakaalala? Shortcut to deselect? Meron ba? Wala. Shift. Shift is for adding. Ano? Control. Control, I'll deselect this. Control, drag and deselect that, leaving the center vertex. And then, drag ko ngayon to. So now, we have this. There. Now we have these. We have rounded, kung tutusin, we have rounded the shoulder parts. Diba? Pero sir, still not appearing correct. Yes, it is not going to appear correct immediately kasi we are just dealing with the front view. We're just dealing with the front view and we're just dealing with the inner side view. Susunod ngayon is ito. Nakikita ninyo ito. This is the smaller part of the shoulder. This is actually the tip. Pinaka-durok or pinaka-highest point ng arc niya. For example, in this case. Diba? So ngayon, ang gagawin natin is we will bring our reference. So let's bring our reference. I'll select the arm side once more. And then I will push it back in. Ayun na siya. It is being seen now. Nakita na siya. Pero I will do this. Ayan o. Ayan. It is either I do this class. I-overlap ko siya. Let me just show you what I mean. Here in my attributes, I'll make it visible in all views. Ayan. Okay? Para nakikita nyo siya sa perspective. Excuse me. So, eto oh. Yan. Ito yung aking arm reference. So, if I am going to push it further inwards, ayan. So, that means, isasakto ko siya here. Sa may arm area. Yan. So that hindi ko nga nakikita or nahaharangan niya ang mga edges and polygons ng body. Di ba? Something like that. Yan ang mangyayari ito. Okay? That is option 1 for me. Di ba? So pwedeng ganyan. You can see it dito sa front. Position ko siyang ganyan. That can be. Then I can go back to my attributes and I can just set it back to looking through camera, which is the side. Yep. Having it selected. So, ayan na siya. So, next thing is, pupunta ako ngayon dito sa mga vertices ko. Okay. Let's say this. Ayun siya, oh. Ayan. Tapos, let's say, eto ngayon, sir. Yan ang iyong magiging shoulders. O, yung mga vertices mo for the shoulder. Now, so far, ito, na-shape out na natin. So, isusunod natin yung susunod na mga vertices. Let's say ito. Nasaan yung tatlo na yan? There it is. Diyan yung tatlo. So, what I'll do is, ibababa ko ng konti. Well, I think konti, ibababa ko siya to align with the side reference. And let's say the tip of the side reference shoulder is there. Tapos nun, I will now deselect the middle vertex. And then I'll drag down to shape. Yan. I'll drag it down to shape the shoulder. R. I-scale ko ulit. Carefully. Ayun. And then, again, this procedure varies. Depende sa inyong shoulder reference. And then, I'll deselect itong likod. Okay na ako dyan. Ito na lamang nasa harap. And I'll push it like this. Ayan. Feel free to chat your question in our chat box. And then ito. I'll press R. I'll scale it. I'll deselect. I'll W to move it. Mumove ko siya ngayon ng konti. Oops. Mumove ko ngayon ng konti ito. Yung aking middle vertex. Konti sa likod. Deselect sa gitna. And then ito. There it is. Carefully. And then, ito naman. Ito. Again, I'll press R. Scaling that tip. I'll press W. W. I'll deselect. Now, let's have some roundness. Ipupush ko siya ngayon dito papasok. See? That one. For me to achieve that or para mas makita ninyo, yung ibig kong sabihin, I will turn this perspective into a solid view. Ayan o. Ayan. So, ngayon, ipupush ko ito by W. Pupush ko ito, papasok na ganyan para mag-round siya. Ayan, bumilog siya. Diba? Pero, instead of just pushing it, gagamit ako ng transform constraint which will allow me to move along the edge slides. So, bababa siya ngayon along the slides like this. Oops, sorry. Down. Pushing it downwards. Ayun. And that's it. Turning off my edge slide. So makikita nyo rito, ayan na, no? Ito rin, itong mga to, yan, this is the tip of the shoulder. I will now push it down. Ayan, so nagra-round na siya. And then also, I will scale it, R, scale. I'll use W, drag, R, there, W, mhm, ayan. O, diba? Next. Ito naman ngayon, this portion, yan. So, the portions that are too big or na hindi naka-circular, ini-start na nating i-circularize, syempre. Or we're starting to make it round or organic. W, move a little. So this one, a little more. R, konti. And there it is. And then here, little. And then I'll use W once more for move tool. And I'll use here the edge slide. So I will be pushing it down again. Let's turn off, sorry. Deselect ko yung nasa gitna. Pushing this to ayun, inwards, a little upwards. Ayan na siya. Turning it off. Pressing R to scale. W for move. Little. Yun. And then ito, this one. Yeah. So slowly, R, scale in ulili. There, oh. So this is turning out to shape up the shoulder. Sumusobra sa likod. So ayun, kitang-kita naman. Undo. Konting scale. W for move. R to scale. Pasok lang ng pasok. W. There. Yeah. If I will press number 3 now, so makikita nyo, oh, nagpo-form na nga yung shoulder. I'll just move this. Maybe konti back here. Push it back. So far, that's the shoulder being formed. Diba? And it's following the reference. Ito lang. Let's just drag this up a little bit. Ayan. So next. So ito. Yeah, so far, that's the fucking part. Ito. Ayan na yung pits. Let's just move it a little bit. Now, punta tayo sa may bicep parts. Ito. Yan, ano? So from here, let's say, iseselect ko lahat ito. No? So that the thickness of the arm is going to be adjusted. So I can use this, si aking lasso selection. I'll just select all of these. Select ko na tong lower arm parts na ito. I'll press 1 for my regular view, low poly view. Tapos nun, from there, ayan, makikita ninyo, I can just do a scale W. Ayan. So I'm just slowly resizing it. Sorry. Oops. Ayan, ganyan lang. Unti-unti. Di ba? So let's try and look at it here. Ayan, oh, di ba?